What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we're going to do another playthrough of Final Girl, The Haunting of Creech Manor. Guys, if you missed the first one, definitely go check that one out. It was my first time ever playing this feature film, and I love it, dudes. I freaking love it. As a matter of fact, that was about just a few minutes ago for me. So if you're seeing this video, this is immediately after the other playthrough. I mentioned at the end of the other one that I just immediately wanted to play again because it's so fun. So here we go. We're playing again. So this is me from the past. I'll probably upload this about a week or so after the other one. I don't know. It depends what I decide to do with that, with my upload schedule there. But anyways, guys, yeah. So I'm excited to get into this. I really enjoy it. I will mention real quick, I saw online that the overall sentiment for this game is, or for this feature film, is that most people said it's like super luck based, and I could kind of see that because the goal is that we're searching around Creech Manor running from the Poltergeist, and rather than trying to kill the Poltergeist, as you'll see, Poltergeist has no health, so you don't actually attack the Poltergeist to kill the killer and win. You have to find a little girl named Carolyn who's hiding in this creepy manor, and we've got to get her out of the house to one of these three exit spaces down this way in order to win the game. And Carolyn gets shuffled into the item deck. So let's go ahead and do that now. This is Carolyn right here. And then she's got her little stuffed animal, Mr. Floppy, as well. So we're going to set those two cards aside. So yeah, the overall sentiment seemed to be that it's more luck-based than the other Final Girl feature films because you've got to search and get lucky to find Carolyn, which I get. I understand that complaint, but honestly, I kind of like it. It felt more fun having to run from the Poltergeist instead of attacking her and killing her. I'm a huge fan of the game Phasmophobia, which is a ghost hunting game on Steam on the computer. And I was even inspired by that game and created my own Minton game called Home, which many of you know about. And yeah, I like the idea of having to run from the killer rather than going and attacking it. So I actually really like this one. I think it's really different and unique. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. Cool. So we got 10 items here. We're going to set 3 of them face down. And then we're going to take Carolyn and Mr. Floppy, her stuffed animal, and we're going to shuffle them into the item deck like so and get them mixed around. Oops, in there like so. There we go. It's kind of hard to shuffle so few cards like that, but there we go. And then we're going to take these and deal them out into 3 separate piles like so. And then we're going to put these here on the item piles, the item decks. And then we're going to take those first 3 cards and flip them over and place them here on top. That is weird. It's the same one I had last time in the garage. Then we got the first aid kit, got the ancient text over here, and then the crucifix. We had that one face up last time too, but it was here in the attic. Weird. Okay. Cool stuff. And then we'll just put the rest of the items over here. We're going to shuffle up the event deck, and we're going to get a random event to start the game with. And hopefully we get something different than last time. Okay, good. We did. Liquid Courage. What is he talking about? Days of Ghost? Show me something. That's what it says. That's the best text ever. Victims will follow you into the killer's space. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's actually good. Wow, a good event. Okay, everybody's drunk up in here, dude. They've been partying up in Creech Manor. Cool, man. Let's get a setup card as well. And what do we get? We got Creepshow. This is the same one we got last time. I want a different one. I want a different. Give me something freaking different. We got the ladder. Okay, cool. So we're going to set up the ladder here. So let's set that right there for a second. Before we do that, I'm going to actually set up the tarot deck too. So we're going to get the tarot deck shuffled, and then we're going to get 10 random tarot cards. Yeah, since there's 5 setups, and I've only played this one other time, I want a different experience. So I want to experience a different setup here. We already did the Creepshow last time. Let's get something different. We got that 20% chance to pull it, and we pull it. We missed the 80%. Go figure. I'm going to shuffle up the tarot deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to put those right there. There are some nasty tarot cards in this one, too, in this feature film, as in all of them. Everything else is set up and ready to go. We're going to play as Alice this time. We played as Selena, I believe it was last time. This time we're going to play as Alice. She's going to start with 4 HP. So we'll give her 4 tokens here. She's going to have 3 regular heart tokens, and then she's going to have one of these tokens here. So we'll give these a little mix like so. There we go. And then we'll just pick one off the top and place it right there. Cool. There we go. Okay, nice. And we got the Poltergeist over here. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle up. And as I mentioned, if you're not familiar with this particular feature film and this killer, the Poltergeist doesn't have any health. So you can't attack or kill the Poltergeist. I'm going to set up her finale card right there. You can pretty much just run from her. You just got to run away from her. And we got to try to find Carolyn and get her out of the house away from the Poltergeist. We're going to get a random dark power. Also, I will mention, I'm not using this dark power over here, the epic dark power Forgetting Something, because this makes you also find Mr. Floppy in addition to finding Carolyn, and I don't want to put myself through that just yet. I want to try to beat this feature film by just finding Carolyn first, and then we can up the difficulty afterwards. I believe everything else is set up and ready to go. We do start at 3 on the horror track, as you can see here on the Poltergeist. So we get to roll 2 dice from the jump. We're starting with 6 time, of course. We've got our 2 focus, 2 walks, a weak attack, and a short rest as our opening hand. And then we're going to go ahead and get the board set up. So we're going to put the final girl up here in this room. She's just hanging out. Oh, I'm sorry. She's actually in this bathroom, it looks like. Is that a bathroom or like a washroom? Yeah, she's in like a washroom up here. And then the killer is going to be down in the ballroom. So the Poltergeist is just dancing the night away down in the ballroom. And then we need to set up some of the victims here, dude. So we're going to put a victim here in this room. There's going to be one right here, trying to decide if they want to go up or down the stairs. There's one over here in the bathroom right above where the Poltergeist is hanging out in the ballroom. There's going to be one right above them taking a nap in the bedroom. And there's one up in the closet up in here. There's also going to be a couple in the trophy room, just admiring all the trophies on the wall. And we're going to have one up in here watching TV. And we're going to have a couple in the attic, telling ghost stories up in the attic. Cool. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 victims out on the board. Cool. And this one is called The Ladder. So apparently it's called that because it looks like the final girl climbed in the house through this ladder over here. So I mentioned this in the first video. I'll very, very briefly go over it again here. There's a few, just a couple little things to mention here about Creech Manor. There are 3 spaces that have a white arrow. There's one right here that goes from this room down into this washroom. And there's one here in this bedroom, one here in this bathroom, and the white arrows lead out of these window spaces here, and you can go down the rope on the tire swing to get to the space outside. You can only go in the direction of those arrows, so like if you were down here, you couldn't move up into that space. Same thing if you're in the washroom, I can't go up through the hole in the ceiling into this room, you can only go down through it. So that's something to mention. Also, there are 3 window icons, 2 of them here, and then 1 here. They don't inherently have any effect on the game on their own, but there will be certain terror cards or event cards that mention windows, and you know, then it'll tell you that you could do something with those windows. I haven't actually run into that yet, but I know that they're in there. Cool. And I believe that's basically it. Other than that, the Poltergeist, again, she doesn't have any HP, so you can't attack her. So your cards that do attacks, your action cards that do attacks, they can't hurt her, but there are certain terror cards in the terror deck that you can use your attacks against. And the Poltergeist and any other enemies also have to follow the rules of these little white arrows. They can only move in the direction of the arrow. They can't go back through the other way. And I believe that's basically it, guys. That is pretty much it. The only other thing I can think of is if we find Mr. Floppy, which is Carolyn's stuffed animal, we can only discard it for its effect if the Dark Power card has been revealed, and you can never discard it if the Dark Power card is the Epic Dark Power card, which is the one called Forgetting Something, which is this one, the one covered in blood around the outside, which again, we're not using. So there we go. And I think that's it, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start at the action phase where we get to play some action cards. So I think I want to start searching immediately. So where's our best option? So the Poltergeist is down here. We should probably start heading either to the closet or the attic. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces to the closet. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces to the attic. So I think we're going to go try to head toward the closet. So let's walk over that way. So we're going to play a walk to start things out, guys. We're just going to take a stroll. We get to roll 2 dice since we're at 3 on the horror track. And let's see what we get here. Okay, we got double success. That is a great way to start out this playthrough. Move up to 2 spaces and lose a time. So we're going to lose 1 time and move up to 2 spaces. We're going to go 1, and I think we're going to go 2, and we're going to bring these dudes with us and be like, hey guys, come with me. they're all boozed up, so they oblige. They're like, cool, yeah, let's go, man. I'm going to the closet. You want to come? They're like, yeah, dude, let's go to the closet. So let's go ahead and walk again. I'm going to keep walking. It's like, dude, there's a party in the closet, bros. You coming? Yeah, dude. Okay, we got a partial success here. We're going to get rid of this weak attack. We're going to get rid of the short rest, and we're going to turn that into a success. And we get to move up to 1 space and lose 1 time. So we're going to lose a time. We're going to move up to 1 space, and we're going to go over here into this room. We're going to stack these guys with us. I'm actually going to stand up since there's such little space in this room in here. Stand them up with us. There we go. And then we're going to have to go up the stairs into this room on our next move. I think I'm going to end my turn there. We got a couple focus, but we're just going to hang on to those. And we've got 4 time right here to spend during the planning phase so we could purchase some cards. I'm going to spend 2 and buy a guard outright, because if I learned anything from the last playthrough, you can get hit by cards in the terror deck at literally any time. So I'm going to grab a guard preemptively, and I'm also going to spend 2 more, and I'm going to pick up a sprint, and hopefully we can make it to that room. I was tempted to get a sprint and a search, but again, I just want to get the guard. I've just got a bad feeling about it after playing last time. I got dealt so much damage from the terror cards that I want to get a guard right now and try to hopefully be safe and plan ahead. So we're going to go back to 6 here on the timer. Also, 4 health is very low, guys. We've got barely any health at all. Yikes. Yeah, that's crazy. So the guard is especially important here. And I believe that is it. We're going to go into the killer phase and resolve the killer action. So the killer action for the Poltergeist is she's going to target whoever's closest, the final girl or a victim, move toward them and attack. And currently she can move 2 spaces and does 1 damage. So she's going to move toward either this person or this person. So all random instances or all tied instances like this, I'm going to use a 6-sided dice for to roll and figure out what the outcome will be. So this will be 1, 2, and 3, and this will be 4, 5, and 6. Okay, we rolled a 1, so she's going to move 1, 2, since she's got 2 movement, and she's going to attack for 1 damage, and of course all victims have 1 hit point, so they croak. And we're going to get this increased by 1 on the Bloodlust track, and then it increases horror level by 1, and her movement and damage output have stayed the same. Moves 2 and does 1 damage. It stays that for quite a while, actually, all the way up until that point right there. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna have to flip a terror card here. So let's flip a terror card. It says, where the hell did this storm come from? Oh, I remember this one from last time. This is so gnarly, dude. Lightning strikes your space in each space adjacent to you. 1 victim in each space is killed, and you lose health equal to the Poltergeist's current attack value. Guys, that is so freaking brutal. So 1 victim in each space is killed. So lightning somehow strikes the space that I'm in through a window of it comes through this window, goes through the door, strikes the staircase where we're heading up, dude. And yeah, a victim in that space and each adjacent space is dealt 1 damage. So we've got 1 here. There's no one adjacent to us here. There's no one adjacent to us here. There's no one adjacent here. But in the bathroom, there is 1 adjacent to us. So this person gets zapped by lightning as well as it arcs through the bathroom window. Dang, dude. So that's going to increase the horror track by 2. And it crosses over the dark power. So we're going to flip the dark power. And it is stiff wind. All of your moves of 2 or more spaces are reduced by 1 space. Yikes. So that is really cool. It's very thematic. It goes with this storm. So a storm whips up. The windows blast open in the bathroom. Lightning strikes through, blasts this person, fries them while they're on the toilet. And then fries the person on the stairs behind us as we're going up, heading toward the closet. And then wind comes blasting in through the window, and it's just ripping through the house, and the blinds and everything, and the curtains are blasting in the wind. There's leaves and stuff flying through the house. It's getting crazy. It's getting hectic up in here, guys. So all of our moves of 2 or more spaces are reduced by 1 space because the wind is pushing us back, as you can see here. Oh, man. Okay. I think that is it for the killer phase. Yeah, that's going to be it for the killer phase. Now it's the panic phase. So if a victim was killed this turn, panic all victims in the killer's space. So there were victims that died this turn, but there's no victims left in the killer's space, so no one panics. Then we move to the upkeep phase. We still have a bunch of terror cards left, so we're not going to reveal the finale card just yet. And we have no items to swap around, so we can move right back around into the action phase. And we got a few cards here, guys. Oh, this walk is also supposed to be here. Let's go ahead and sprint. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's try to run. So we're going to roll 2 dice. And we got one success, and we get to move up to 2 spaces and lose a time, but all of your moves of 2 or more spaces are reduced by 1. This is really hard, man. This is going to be really brutal. So we lose 1 time, and we can only move 1 space. So we're going to go 1. We would have reached the closet right there. Man, that is frustrating. That is frustrating. It's crazy that she gets her dark power so early on, man. That is just nuts. Okay, we've got guard ready if we need to, and we've got a couple focus. I think I'm going to want to spend 3 on distraction, and I'm going to want to buy a search. So I'm going to end my turn there and go to the planning phase. We've got 5 to spend, so I'm going to spend all 5, and we're going to buy the distraction for 3, and we're going to buy the search for 2, and then we're going to get back our 2 walks, our weak attack, and our short rest, and let's make sure we have 10 cards or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. Very, very good. Okay, that's going to be it for the planning phase for us. So we're going to set this back to 6, and then the cards on the tableau will go back out onto, or the cards in our discard, rather, will go back out onto the tableau. All right, man, cool stuff. Now we're going to move into the killer phase once again already. It feels like it was just the killer phase. We're going to resolve the killer action. She's going to move toward whoever is closest and attack. She's still moving 2 and doing 1 damage. So she's going to go 1, 2, and attack this person for 1 damage. It increases horror level, and it increases the horror track by 2 up to 6. We're 1 away from being in the red zone where we can only roll 1 die, which is super nasty. Thankfully, we did pick up a distraction to hopefully lower that sum next turn. And then she's now still only moving 2, but doing 2 damage with her attacks now. Now we're going to draw a tarot card, and we've got Unstoppable Evil. Why am I getting all these gnarly ones? I got this one last time too, dude. This is like the worst card in the game. Now, there could be worse ones, but this one is so bad, dude. Roll a die. Please be low. Please be low. I rolled a 6 the last time I got this. Please be low. Please. A 4. That's really high, too. Take damage equal to your roll. You may defend. Or kill that many victims. You choose which victims. If there are not enough victims, you must choose to take the damage. So this is what I'm saying, guys. You can take damage from the terror deck. I'm so glad that I bought this guard. We're going to defend because it says that you may defend. So we're going to play guard. Oh my God, dude. We're going to roll 2 dice because we're just on the brink of being able to roll 2. We need this. Okay, we got 2 partials. If we get 1 success, we're going to reduce damage by 2. And that's how much she's doing is 2. So I'm just going to discard a short rest and a weak attack. Weak attack is pretty pointless, honestly. Unless you run into tarot cards where you need to attack things. And we're going to turn one of these into a success. And we're going to reduce damage by 2 so we don't take any since she does 2 damage. Okay, so we did guard. I'm so glad that I bought that. Yeah, I rolled a 6 last time in the last playthrough. A little bit of a spoiler if you haven't seen it. And obviously I couldn't take all the damage because I would die. And there were exactly 6 victims left in the house. So everybody in the house dropped dead all at once off of this 1 card. And then it increased the bloodlust track all the way to maximum off of 1 terror card. That's so ridiculous. It's just like insane, dude. It's so unbalanced. It just ramps the game up to like maximum difficulty instantly. It's crazy. But fortunately, I learned and I bought that guard. I'm so glad I bought that instead of the search. Okay. Anyways, so we're good there. We defended against it. Now we can move into the panic phase. No one died. We'll move into the upkeep phase. We're good to go there, and we're going to move right back around into the action phase. So let's go ahead and start with a distraction and see if we can create some commotion and distract this poltergeist a little. We need some successes here. We got 1 and a partial, and I think I'm going to get rid of a focus, and I'm going to get rid of a walk as well. We only need 1 walk to get into the closet, so we're going to turn this to a success. So we got double success, so we get to reduce horror by 2. And we gain 2 time. I really wanted to get that horror down a little bit more than just the 1 had we got the single success because riding on 5 is a little sketchy. So we bring it back down to a 4. Definitely more comfortable there. And then we're going to try to walk. So let's set this over here in the discard. We're going to go ahead and walk. And let's roll 2. And we got a partial. And dudes, I can't discard both of these. No, I can't discard these. That really sucks. I think I have to. We got to get in that room. Yeah, I'm going to discard search and focus. That sucks because we got to get into the room. The search doesn't do me any good if I'm not in the room to search. So I'm going to discard it. We get a success. Move up to 1 space. Again, this is only if we move 2 or more spaces, we reduce it by 1. So we move up to 1 space and we lose 1 time, go down to 7. We're going to move one space. We're going to bring this person with us. We did say we're going to go hang out in the closet with them, so let's go hang out. We're like, oh, cool, there's already somebody here. Like, yeah, there's a crazy storm outside, so this is probably the safest place in the house. I think a tornado is coming, so we're going to take shelter over here in the closet with you. Actually, it's probably not the safest place because it's on the edge of the house. The safest place is probably like this room right here, right in the middle. Cool, okay, but either way, we're hanging out in the closet with this dude. That is it. And that's it for us, man. That's it for the action phase. So planning phase, we are going to spend 2 here on a search. Now that we're in the closet, we're going to get this search. Also, did I forget to put these cards? No, I spent all of these for guard. And yeah, wow, that was a crazy turn. That was a big turn. I'm going to get another guard for 2. And I'm going to spend 1 to get a close call. And I'm also going to spend 2, and I'm going to get another sprint. Yeah, okay, that seems good. That seems good. Now we're going to put this back to 6, and we're going to put all these cards back on the tableau, and we've got a boatload of them to put back out on the tableau. I believe guard goes here. I like to put them in alphabetical order. We got a couple focus. We got some walks. We got distraction, and we got search right here. Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. Nice. Okay, dudes, that is it for the planning phase. Killer phase. She's going to move toward the nearest victim or final girl and attack. So she's going to go 1, 2, and attack this person in the bathroom. You got to be freaking kidding me, dude. She attacks and kills this person in the bathroom. Rip. Oh, you know what? Earlier, it was a person in the bedroom that got hit. I thought it was the bathroom. It was a person sleeping in their bed. Okay, good. They were already fast asleep when they got struck by lightning. They didn't even know it hit them. But this person on the toilet, unfortunately, does know. The door comes flying. Actually, the door doesn't even open. The poltergeist just phases through the door and takes them out on the toilet. It's like the scene from Jurassic Park when the T-Rex eats the guy that's in the outhouse. It's like that, but with a poltergeist. Oh my gosh. Okay. Cool, man. So she takes him down. Not cool. It increases bloodlust. She's now moving 3 spaces and doing 2 damage. Yikes. She is speeding up. Whew. Okay. This isn't great. This isn't great. We're not going to move into the panic phase. We got to draw a terror card still. The trees are alive. Here we go. If you are in a window, then lose a health. Are we in a window? No, we're not. We would have to be in this space, or this space here. All victims in a window are killed. Oh my god, dude. Okay, fortunately, no one's there. This poor person in the bathroom was getting got either way, dude. If at least 1 victim was killed, increase horror. Okay, good. No one was killed, so we leave the horror track, and then we draw an event card. Okay, nice. A new event card. Very cool. Also, we got to remember, we got liquid courage that victims will follow you into the killer space. Normally, victims will not follow you into the killer space, but they got some liquid courage in them. Pushed to the edge, they looked at me somberly, then without speaking, walked over to the window and jumped. Roll a die for each victim in a window. There aren't any. If the roll is a 1 through 4, that victim jumps and is killed. Discard this card. That is really cool. Is there a freaking little hair in here, dude? Is that a hair inside of the thing? Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. You know, I'm not going to deal with that right now. That is cool, man. They like become possessed or something, dude, and just jump out the windows to their death. That is very creepy. That is cool. Fortunately, again, there's no one at the windows. Dude, people in the by the windows were about to get got so bad just then during that killer phase. Fortunately, they're hanging out in the closet with me, and this person's watching TV up there. They have no clue what's going on. These 2 are hanging out in the attic telling freaking ghost stories. Maybe it's their fault, dude. Maybe they're the ones causing this. Maybe they're up there like playing with a Ouija board or something. Okay, that's it for the killer phase. We're going to go to the panic phase. Nobody was killed. There's no one in the killer space anyway. And, oh, dude, the killer is in a window space. Can the poltergeist jump out to her death? We're going to move to the upkeep phase. We're good to go there. And we're going right back around to the action phase where we could play some action cards. So let's go ahead and search while we're in the closet. So we're going to search. We're going to roll 2 dice and see what we get. Come on, baby. Yes. Okay, we got 1 success. Take the top item card at your space and lose a time. Okay, we're in the closet, so we get the crucifix. This is an item in Phasmophobia. This is also an item in my game Home. It says, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name? It should be thy name, right? It literally says, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name. Am I wrong? Am I getting Mandela affected right now, guys? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Discard to ignore the effects of a single terror card. That is awesome. Good things happen in this game? Holy, are you kidding me, dude? Okay, that's amazing, dude. So we can discard this to ignore the effects of a single terror card. Oh, that is awesome, dude. That's so good. That's cool. Okay. I like that. What else do we want to do? Do we want to do anything else? I kind of want to stay there and search again. I don't want to guard, obviously, can't. Don't want to sprint. Don't want to close call. There's nothing to close call. We're gonna stop right there, dude. So we're gonna spend 2. We're just gonna keep cycling back and forth through searches. We're gonna get a search. I'm gonna spend 2 and get another guard. Guarding up, bro. I'm learning, dude. And I'm gonna spend 1 to get another close call. You ain't catching me, dude. You ain't catching me off guard, Poltergeist, bro. We're gonna put this on 6, and we're gonna put this 1 search back on the tableau here, and we're gonna move into the killer phase. So we're gonna resolve the killer action. It's gonna move 3 spaces, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. We hear the stairs creaking down on the floor below, faintly from the closet. And it attacks the no one that is there. Then we're going to draw a terror card, and we've got, it's broken. Place the broken ladder token covering the ladder on the board. Oh, the ladder may no longer be used, and the spaces connected to it are no longer considered adjacent. Are you serious, bro? So we got to take this broken ladder, and then we place the broken ladder covering the ladder on the board. So again, the ladder, it says in the rules for this this feature film, the ladder is this ladder right here going up the side of the house, not that one going to the attic. It's just a thematic element that's part of the artwork. This is the ladder. So the ladder breaks. I don't know how. Probably the storm, right? Yeah, the storm. The storm outside is ravaging the ladder. It breaks the ladder down. So the ladder can no longer be used, and the spaces connected to it are no longer considered adjacent. So this space and this space here are no longer considered adjacent. RIP. Hey, at least we got into the house that way, so it was something. And then increase horror by 1. I'm definitely going to save my crucifix. I don't want to use it on that. I'm not that concerned about that. Cool. So that was the killer's phase. Panic phase, we're good there. Upkeep phase, we're good there. We're right back around to the action phase. Love how smooth this is going, guys. This is super fun. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far, too, by the way. I'm having a freaking blast. I'm going to play search. And I'll be like, dudes, help me. There's like a little girl hiding around here. Can you help me find her? I think she might be in this closet. And they're like looking at each other side-eyed like, sure. I'll help you find her, dude. Okay, we've got 1 success and a partial. I'm going to discard both close calls. And we're going to get a full success here. So we get double success. Take the top 2 item cards. We got 2 shots at finding Carolyn right here, dudes. Take the top 2 item cards at your space, choose 1, and then place the other on the top face up or underneath face down. Okay, so we're going to grab, where we closet, we're going to grab 1 and 2. Come on, dude, right here. An old revolver, come on. No, a ritual dagger. She's not here, guys. Where is she? Where is she? Now I see why people are like, it's luck-based. Like, yeah. It's fun, though. It's cool. We got the old revolver. The old revolver may only modify the weak attack action card. Okay. Does 1 damage. You have to use it from 1 space away. It's single, one-handed. We got the ritual dagger. You've got to use it on the same space as your enemy. It does 1 damage. It's single-handed. You may discard the ritual dagger to kill a victim in your space. Whoa. Increase bloodlust as normal. If you do, remove all minor dark power cards from play or deal damage to the killer. Whoa, that's dark, dude. That's cool. That's pretty cool, dude. I kind of like that. I'm going to pick up the revolver, though. We're going to grab the revolver. There we go. And we're going to put the ritual dagger. Also, do I have to hold the crucifix? No. This is just in my backpack, right? Yeah. It's only items with hand icons that go in your hand. Okay, I'm going to put the ritual dagger on the bottom of the deck. And this could be Carolyn. We got 1 more shot at finding her in the closet. So I'm going to try to take it next turn. So that was our search action. Also, we have to lose 1 time for doing that. So we go down to 5. And I don't think there's anything else I want to do. No, because I want to stay in there and search again next turn. So we're going to end it there. We're going to the planning phase. I'm going to spend 2 and get this search. Oops, put that in my hand, not throw it away. We're also going to get all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if we want them. And we've got 4, so I'm probably not going to want to get all of these. We still have 3 time left to spend. I think I might want to get a distraction. I do want to get an improvise. Until this action phase ends, all 3s and 4s are successes. That is really good. For the next horror roll, only all 3s and 4s are successes. Yeah, it's good. I kind of want to get distraction, dude. I'm going to spend 3, and we're going to buy a distraction. So we've got 5 cards in hand here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. And there are 6 cards here, so we've got to leave 1 behind. So we're going to leave behind a walk, and we'll take the rest with us. A walk, 2 focus, a short rest, and a weak attack. Cool. And that's going to end the planning phase. We'll set that back to 6, and we'll put these cards back out on the tableau, like so, and move into the killer phase. And the killer is going to move 3 spaces and attack for 2, and the killer prioritizes moving towards spaces that have the most victims in it. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3. They're like, oh, dude, is this the girl you're looking for? Like, no, run. She attacks, dude. She does 2 damage to this poor guy right here. He dies. Found her, dude. He dies. It's going to increase bloodlust. She's still moving 3 and doing 2 damage when she attacks. Cool. And then we're going to draw a terror card, and let's see what we got here. Did that clown just move? A clown doll appears. You may play action cards that inflict damage if you wish. Then, if the clown doll is still alive... Okay, let's see. Do we want to play action cards? There's going to be a clown doll that appears, apparently. For some reason, it's got 1 health. Do I want to just crucifix this thing away, dude? The power of Christ compels you. We do have weak attack. We could weak attack it. Let's weak attack it. Let's weak attack it. That's fun to say. Let's weak attack it. Weak attack it. Weak attack it. Okay, let's see if we get it, dude. Right here. Ooh, we did. We do 1... Ooh. We got a partial. We got a partial. We can change this partial. We're going to do a focus and a walk. And we're going to change this to a full success. And we're going to deal 1 damage to it and kill it. Get freaking wrecked, bro. So there's a good example right there of being able to use your attack action cards, even though you can't attack the Poltergeist, to attack different enemies that pop up in the terror deck. That's cool. So we killed a clown. Get completely wrecked, dude. We took down the clown. Let's go. Get out of my town. So now, I think that's it for the killer phase. So now we're going to move into the panic phase. This victim is going to panic. Wow. Is this I think this might be the first time we've ever panicked a victim in this feature film. I mean, it is only the second time I've ever played it, to be fair. Gonna roll. And we rolled a 6, and yep, 3 to 6. It runs out this way. If it would have been a 1 or a 2, it would have stayed in the closet with us. So they run out of the closet. They're like, I'm out of here, bro. They run out of the closet. The storm is still raging outside, blasting wind into the house. Okay, and I believe that is it for the panic phase. So upkeep phase, we're good to go there. We still have terror cards. I don't want to swap any things around over here. And did I forget to put these? No, I just used these. Yeah, I just used this to weak attack. Cool. So now we're going to go back into the action phase. And we're in the same space as the Poltergeist, which is not great. But we're going to search. We got a couple guards, so we can guard if she tries to attack us. We're going to search, and she will try to attack us. Let's go ahead and search here. We get to roll 2 dice and see what we get. We really need this. I just punched my mic. We got a partial. Man, that's not what we want, dudes. I'm going to get rid of a focus and a short rest to change that to a success. At least we didn't get 2 failures. Take the top item card at your space and lose a time. That's all we need is 1. So this is actually fine, but it would have been nice to keep those other 2 action cards. This could be it, guys. Right here. Right here. Come on, Carolyn. Please be here. We got lucky dice. It says discard to re-roll any or all of your dice. It says I'd rather be lucky than good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hang on to that. It's something. It's not Carolyn, though, so she's either hanging out in the attic or over in the garage. How much you want to bet she's in the attic? Okay, we'll hang on to those there. Dang, dude. Dang. Okay, we're going to put this over this way. Is there anything else we want to do? I guess let's sprint out of here and go ahead and roll. And we got a success and a partial. We're just going to take the single success, move up to 2 spaces. Again, with stiff wind, all of your moves of 2 or more spaces are reduced by 1. So we can only move 1 space, and we're going to run out of the closet with this person. Like, I'm right freaking behind you, dude. We also lose a time. And we're going to move into the planning phase here because I think I want to hang on to these. No, let's just try to distract. Let's play a distraction. We might be able to gain some time from this if we get lucky. Okay, we got 2 partials. I think I might use the lucky dice to discard to re-roll any or all of your dice. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to discard this. We'll put this on the bottom of the item deck. There we go. Discard that there. We'll just re-roll these. And we got 1 success. Nice. So we get to reduce the horror track by 1, and we gain 1 time. Nice. Okay, so we did get a little bit of something from it. That'll go here, and we got a couple guards left in our hand. Let's move into the planning phase. We're going to spend 2 to grab a sprint so we can hopefully try to get to the attic. We're also going to get a walk back, which is good since we can only move 1 space with each of those. We're going to spend 2 to get a search so we could search the attic once we get there, and we're going to spend 1 more to grab a close call to use as some fodder for any partial successes, or to potentially re-roll our dice if we need to, since we're so low on cards in our hand. And we're going to set this back to 6. We're going to put these cards back on the tableau. We got another, we get this walk back as well. We get that walk back. We got a walk and a focus, another focus, weak attack, short rest. We got a search, a search goes here. We got a sprint, and we've got a distraction over this way. And we move into the killer phase. She's going to target whoever's closest. So she's going to move over this way and target this victim. She always, killers always prioritize targeting victims over the final girl. If they're both occupying the same space, a victim and the final girl. So they're going to target this victim and attack. It takes them down. It's going to increase bloodlust, and it's going to increase the horror level by 1. So it's a good thing that we use that distraction to kind of counterbalance that a little bit. Keep it sort of down. 5 is still a little iffy. She can now move 4 spaces and do 2 damage. The Poltergeist is starting to get pretty fast here, guys. Okay, I think that is it for her attack, so we're going to draw a terror card. Carolyn, where are you? If Carolyn is not with you, discard and draw the next terror card. Okay, we're going to discard that and draw again. Oh, man, we got a minor dark power. Now I'm kind of wish I would have, instead of getting the old revolver, I would have got that knife, that ritual dagger thing. I find it kind of odd that there are weapons because you can't attack the Poltergeist. I mean, I guess there are certain things you can attack in the terror deck, like the clown that we just fought, but yeah, it's still kind of strange. Interesting. It says minor dark power, psychic confusion. If Carolyn is with you, discard and draw the next terror card. Okay, she's not. So it says roll -1 dice when resolving a search card. Prior to playing a search card, you may spend 3 time to ignore this penalty. Discard this card when you find Carolyn. Okay, so we're going to play that up here. This is going to be one of her minor dark powers. Dang, that's brutal. So we got to roll 1 less die whenever we play a search, but we could spend 3 time to ignore that effect, essentially. Okay, cool. That's it for the killer phase. Panic phase. We're the only one in the space, even though a victim did die, so no one's going to panic. Upkeep phase, we're good to go there. We're almost to the bottom of the terror deck, but not quite yet. We're going to keep our items the way they are and then move back around to the action phase. So let's see what we want to play. We've got a close call here in case we need it. Let's go ahead and walk. Dude, the stiff wind is a nasty dark power. We're going to play walk here. And we got a partial, man. It's not good, guys. Oh, man, that is not good. I think I might close call to re-roll all of the dice. Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 time. This is very risky. This is very risky, but I don't want to discard the search or the sprint because I want to get to the attic and use those. Sprint to get to the attic and then search to search it, and I don't want to get rid of my guards, so we really need some luck right here, dudes. Okay, we did get a success. That's really all we need. Move 1 space and lose 1 time. We can only move 1 space anyway with stiff wind, so we're going to lose 1 time. That close call definitely paid off. We're going to move 1 space, and we've got to be on this space in order to go up this ladder into the attic. We can lay these down now. Cool, we lost the time there for the walk. Now we're going to sprint. There we go. We're going to have like no time left over here, man. We're going to sprint, and we get a success. Move up to 2 spaces and lose the time. Again, with the stiff wind, we can only move up to 1 space, so we're going to move into the attic. And then we are going to search. So let's go ahead and play search and see what we get. Oh no. We failed, guys. That's awful. That's so unlucky, dude. What a crappy time to have that happen. I wish I had my lucky dice now. Dang it. It says take the top item card at your space. At least we get to take the top item card. But then we increase horror track by 2. So now we can only roll 1 die. Also, I just realized I already messed up. I was only supposed to be able to roll 1 die on a search. It doesn't matter. We failed twice anyway. And then you lose 2 time. My God. This is brutal. We do get to take the top item card at our space at least. That doesn't end the turn, does it? No, but it's basically the turn is over. We only got 2 guards left anyway. Top item card at our space. We're in the attic, and that is the first aid kit. So it's not Carolyn, but it's something. It says every time it goes in your hand. It's a one-handed item. Every time you use an action card to recover health, recover an additional health. Okay. Guess, dude. I guess. All right. We'll hang on to that. And I believe that is it for us. Yeah, we're going to go into the planning phase, and we've got no time to spend on cards, but thankfully we are going to get back short rest, weak attack, 2 focus, and a walk. So we do get some stuff back, but we can't get any searches, which is what we really need. So we're going to have to try to guard guard some attacks from the Poltergeist here. Actually, the victims are going to eat the attacks for us, so we'll be okay. We're going to put these back out on the tableau here. We've got a sprint and a search. There we go. We'll get the double search on the turn after, hopefully. Okay, then we're going to move into the killer phase. She's going to move and attack. She's moving 4 and doing 2. She's going to move to whoever's closest. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, she prioritizes the room that has the most victims in it. So she moves there and attacks once and does 2 damage, taking that person down and going all the way up to the top of the Bloodlust track. She's doing 3 damage and moving 4. And if she ever kills more victims and has to increase Bloodlust again, you take damage, so I would take whatever her damage is, and then you discard the next terror card, so it gets it closer to the finale. Let's go ahead and flip a terror card. The ground is shaking. Place the Poltergeist in your space. She's already there. She's going to target me or the closest victim and attack. Of course, she prioritizes victims. She kills this victim. It's going to increase Bloodlust. As I just mentioned, I'm going to take damage equal to her attack, which is 3 damage. So we take 3 damage. I don't know if there's any way to guard that. Is there any way to guard against that? Is that like an attack? It says you take attack damage. Like you take attack damage. Can I guard against that? Yeah, you can guard against that, I would imagine, because it says you can ignore damage. So before I take that away, let's try to guard against that. So we can only roll 1 die, guys. Only 1. We got a partial. I'm going to get rid of walk. And I'm going to get rid of weak attack. No, I'm going to hang on. Yeah. No, I'm going to hang on to it. I'm going to get rid of focus just in case like a clown baby or whatever the hell it is pops up out of the deck again, guys. So we got a success there. Reduce damage by 2. She does 3 damage, so we take 1. Okay, so at least we blocked some of it. That's good. And then it goes on to say that if you take any damage, we did, all of your moves during the next action phase are panicked. Okay, we're probably not going to move, though. We're just going to stay where we are. That is pretty neat, though. That's very thematic. Cool, so we're just going to go ahead and leave it there. That's it for the killer phase. We go into the panic phase. All of the victims have been killed in the attic. Only 1 person remains, dude. They're just chilling, just been hanging out in here watching scary movies the whole time on this little TV in here. Cool, and that is it. Upkeep phase, we're good to go there. There's only, it looks like 2 terror cards left. All right, man. We're going to move all the way back around to the action phase, and we need to, I guess, just hang out here and try to guard again if we can. Yeah, I think I'm going to focus as well. Let's try to get the horror track back up some, or back down, and we failed, and we lose 2 time. My God, that is really unfortunate, guys. That sucks. We're going to go into the planning phase. I tried to get an extra die. It didn't pan out. We lost the 66% chance that we had to do it. Okay. I'm not going to fret, though. Let's see what we could do here. We really need to double search. Yeah, we need a double search. I'm spending all 4 time, and we're getting 2 searches each cost 2 time. We're just going to go for it, man. What else can you do? Okay, that's the end of the planning phase. We're going to put that right back there, and we're going to put these out back on the tableau. We got a walk, a focus, and a guard. Goes here, and another focus goes right here. And we're going to go into the killer phase. She is going to go to whoever's closest, the final girl or a victim. She's already right here in the attic with us, so she's going to attack us for 3, and I am going to play a guard, and we can only roll 1 die, guys. Wish me luck. We need this. This could be the end of the game. We need this. I'm just thinking, too, should I have crucifixed at any point? Maybe. I maybe should have crucifixed this, where was it? Wait, where was it? Was it this one? Oh yeah, I should have probably crucifixed this one. Yeah. Oh well, it's okay. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get this. We freaking do, guys. Reduce damage by 2, so we're only going to take 1 because she's doing 3 damage. So we're going to take 1. We're still at 2 HP. That is good. Okay, we're going to put this over this way. Man, that was close. Then we're going to draw a terror card. Minor dark power, unseen forces. If Carolyn is with you, discard and draw the next tarot card. Your first space moved each attack phase is panicked. Each action phase, rather. Your first space moved each action phase is panicked. Discard this card when you find Carolyn. That's not so bad because we're just chilling up in the attic. If you weren't, though, if you were actively trying to get to one of these rooms to search, that card would be really, really annoying. Like, just moving you around randomly. And you're like, no, I need to get to the room to search. Okay, cool. That's it for the killer phase. Panic phase. Nothing happens there. Upkeep phase, we're good to go there. There's still one last tarot card before the finale. I wonder if we're going to get to see it. And we're going to move back into the action phase, guys, and we're going to search. But again, we've got psychic confusion, so we have to roll one less die when resolved. And my camera just shut off right there, guys. It said that it was like overheating internally or something, so it's got like a safety auto shut off feature because I've been sitting here recording and playing Final Girl for so long, so it overheated. But okay, we're back. Let's see. So I believe I was in the process of getting ready to search. I had to just sit around for a little bit and let it cool off. Hopefully it keeps going. If it cuts again, well, I'll tell you. We got a search here, but again, we've got this psychic confusion, which says that you get -1 to your roll when resolving a search card, but we can only roll one die, which means we can roll none. But prior to playing a search card, you may spend 3 time in order to ignore this penalty. So in order to even search at all, we have to ignore the penalty by paying 3 time. So we're going to do that. We got another search, a short rest, and a weak attack in our hand. Let's go ahead and search, guys. We got one shot at this. Let's see if we could do it. We got a partial success, and you know what? Screw it. I'm going to actually discard the short rest and the weak attack to change that into a success. And it says you take the top item card at your space and lose a time. So we're going to lose 1 time. We're going to take the top item card at your space, the attic, and can this be it, guys? Can this please just be it? It's not. It's the mysterious pills, man. The thought just crossed my mind, too. If this was Carolyn, you guys are going to be like, yeah, right, dude, you cheated. You put her there when the when the camera turned off. Dang it, man. It's not her. Mysterious pills. They might make me hallucinate, but what hallucination could be worse than this? Discard this during the action phase and choose one of the following. Reduce the horror track by 1 or gain 2 life. Now, with the first aid kit, every time we use an action card, it's an action card to recover health. You get an additional, not items. I think I actually want to discard this now during this action phase to increase or decrease rather the horror track down to 6. So now we can use 2 dice again. Yes. Okay. So we're going to discard the pills. We take the mysterious pill we found up in the attic amongst the chaos and the panic of the poltergeist actively chasing us around the attic. We somehow find that. We saved no victims this whole freaking run, guys. It's so hard. It's so hard to do all the things in Final Girl, like save the victims and move all over the place and search and get away from the killer and attack the killer. And not in this case attack because it's the poltergeist, but still, it's so hard to do all the things. It's like basically impossible. You got to get super lucky and have all the stars and planets converge and line up perfectly for you to be able to do all the things. So that is it for the action phase. We're going to move into the planning phase. I've only got 2 time here, so I'm going to spend them both to grab a guard, which we're definitely going to need here. And then we're going to set this back up to 6. And we're going to put these cards back on the tableau. We also get all of our 0 cost cards here, which is fantastic. So let's play the guard right here. We got a short rest and a weak attack. 0 actions go down here. I hope my camera doesn't overheat and we get to finish out this game. Okay, cool, guys. That was it for the planning phase. The killer phase, she's going to attack us on our space for 3, since that is her killer action, and we are going to play that guard that we just drew. Also, this search goes, it was supposed to go there, and then it would go back out on the tableau here. So we're going to grab this guard and play that card right there. We get to roll 2 dice. Let's go. And what do we get? We get 1 success, and we reduce damage by 2. So we're only going to take 1 damage once again. Nice. These guards have come in clutch, man. We've saved ourselves 3 damage so far with those. And then we have to draw the final terror card, guys. We're going to get to see the finale. I was going to say we're probably going to get to see it. No, we're definitely going to get to see it, I think. Unless we die right here. Everything was flying around. Place the poltergeist with the closest victim or in your space if there are no victims. Okay, good. She leaves us alone, dude. She goes over here to this victim. They freaking freak out, dude. She comes crawling through the TV like the Ring Girl, and she's going to attack that victim and takes them down. It's going to loop this up this way, which means we're going to take damage, guys. And we've got no cards in our hand. I spoke too soon. I should have said we're probably going to get to see, or we might get to see the finale. If this doesn't have hearts on the other side, we lose the game. Is there anything that we can do? Dude, you know what we could do? We could use the crucifix. Hold on. Hold the phone. Put this guy back. Put her back here. We've got the crucifix, dude. Discard to ignore the effects of a single tarot card. Dude, we're going to discard this and ignore all the effects of this tarot card. I also forgot to increase the horror track. But yeah, we're gonna ignore all the effects. This card is insane. Yeah. It turns out it is as good as I thought it would be whenever I picked it up and read it. We're going to ignore all the effects of that tarot card. Get out of my town, bro. That's it for the killer phase. Whew. Okay. Good. We get to live to see another turn, and we're going to get to see the finale card. Panic phase. There's no victims in our space. Upkeep phase. Reveal the finale if no tarot cards are left. There are no tarot cards left, guys. We get to see the freaking finale of the movie. What is it? Relentless Assault. So now the Poltergeist has a new killer action. Place the Poltergeist in your space. And then it targets either the final girl or the victims and attacks twice. My God. So she just relentlessly chases you and goes into your space. Relentless Assault. That is appropriately named. This is going to be impossible, guys. Here we go. So, all right. I guess that is it because we don't want to swap any items around. Nope, we're good to go there. And we go back to the action phase. Alrighty then. Let's try to search, I guess. We're going to go ahead and search. We have to roll one less die because of the psychic confusion. But you know what? I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 to ignore it so we can roll 2 dice. And hopefully we get double successes, please. We get a partial. We're going to get rid of a walk and a focus. And we get 1 single success here. Take the top item card on your space and lose a time. So we're going to lose 1 time. This sucks, dude. Yeah, because she's going to attack twice next turn. So we're going to be able to buy 1 guard. But then that's it. We're going to have to hope that we don't die. That we have hearts on the other side of that token, rather. We're going to take the top item card out of our space. Dude, even if this is Carolyn. It is. Oh my God. We freaking found her. This is the first time I've ever found her. She says, but Mr. Floppy said to hide. Oh, that's so sad, dude. That's so cute. Okay, it says that it's one-handed. Oh, so we gotta, like, scoop her up and, like, carry her, dude. So we're gonna move our first aid kit over this way. Actually, we're going to move our revolver over this way. We don't need the revolver. I don't know why this is even really, again, in this expansion here, in this feature film, other than, I guess, to deal some extra damage to some of the things in the tarot deck? I don't know. That's kind of weird. It says, when Carolyn joins you, remove all minor dark power cards from the game. Let's freaking go. Get these out of my town. Are these tarot cards? You gotta be kidding me, dude. I drew both of these freaking things. Get out of my town, dude. Okay, we're moving from the game. You must escape with Carolyn to win the game. Carolyn cannot be killed or discarded for any reason. You cannot place her in your backpack. Okay. So we're going to hang on to her. And we're going to hold her hand. And we're going to try to run out of here, dudes. We're going to try to sprint the hell out of here. But I can't. We can't walk, dude, because it's going to make us lose time. We got to guard. I mean, we could get rid of the focus. Oh, dudes, this is bad, guys. This is bad. I think we're just screwed, guys. We got to go into the planning phase. I'm going to spend the 2 time to grab a guard. It's not looking good, dudes. This finale sucks that she gets to attack twice. We're going to set the timer back to 6. We're going to put guard back down here. Focus. We also get back short rest and weak attack. We're going to put focus and walk here. Search over this way. Oh, this is brutal. We'll go to the killer phase, dude. She's going to teleport to our space. She's already there, and she's going to attack twice, guys. So she attacks for 3 damage. We're going to play guard. Come on, right here. We get 1 guard. It reduces damage by 2. No, so we're still going to take 1, and we need this to give us more hearts, dude. This could be it. Oh, that's it, guys. Final Girl is so hard. It's such a hard game, dude. I am just stoked that we found Carolyn. That is so cool, man. We had to move 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and then we could have gone out the window. So 5 spaces, man. We were 5 spaces from victory, but we had the stiff wind fighting us. We could only move 1 space at a time, so it would have taken us like 3 turns. We were at the finale, so the Poltergeist would have been teleporting to our space every turn, attacking us twice, requiring us to have 2 guards every turn, which you can't do because they'll get locked up. in between each turn. I guess retaliate, we could have got that, but still it's only one way to guard. Very, very brutal. Very brutal. Of course, like always, it's best to try to win the game before you get to that finale, because then it really ramps it up and tries to end you. And it did, man. That was a sick run, though, guys. That was a super, super fun run with Alice there in this expansion for, or feature film rather, for Final Girl. Awesome, dude. Awesome. The Haunting of Creech Manor. This is becoming one of my favorite ones, honestly. I know it's kind of controversial compared to what most people say about this one, but I like this one a lot. This is really cool. I like that you don't have to fight the Poltergeist. Like, I think it's really unique. Very, very unique. I had a blast, guys. I hope you did too, man. If you did, hit the thumbs up like button, hit the red subscribe button, and click the bell. I'm going to peace out of here before my camera freaking melts down and explodes. So thank you guys so much for watching, man. If you have any other suggestions for other feature films that you want to see, definitely let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, guys, hope you guys are having a great October so far and enjoying all of the horror games on the channel this month. So until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.